everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today we have another Age of Sigmar battle report for you. We're going to be playing a 1,000-point game. I'm going to be using my Anvilgard Cities of Sigmar, my beloved Scourge Privateers, and I'm going to be versing my brother Matt, who's going to be playing with the Beasts of Chaos for the first time. So, we're going to be playing the scenario Power Struggle. This is effectively new focal points. The main thing in this one, though, is to gain control or at least get points from objectives. You have to be holding them for 2 turns. So, with that said, that's pretty much the scenario. So, let's get looking into these lists. Beasts of Chaos using Allherd versus Cities of Sigmar and Anvilgard. Alright, and here we have 1,000 points of Beasts of Chaos on the nose. So for starters, we're going to be playing in the Allherd sub-faction, and our general is going to be the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. He's going to have both the artifact and command trait that we need to have due to being Allherd, so that's the Dominator command trait and the Blade of the Desecrator artifact. He's going to also have the universal spell, Flaming Weapon, and then we've got our Great Bray Shaman, who is going to have the spell Titanic Fury, which makes our monsters a little bit better. We've then got a unit of 10 Ungor, a unit of 20 Ungor Raiders, 2 units of 3 Dragon Ogres, and a Jabberslayer. Everything here is in a battle regiment, so it's a 1-drop army, and we're not going to triumph because we're 1,000 points on the nose. Grand strategy-wise, we're going to pick the one where we have to have a unit alive from our battle line options on the table. This is called Hold the Line. So this includes our Dragon Ogres, which are also battle line in the army because of the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. We then have 1,000 points of Cities of Sigmar playing in Anvilgard. We've got a Blackout Fleetmaster. He's going to be our general. He's going to have the command trait Dabblings in Sorcery. This is going to give us another one of our Drakeblood curses. So for starters, he's also going to have the artifact. He's going to have the generic artifact Talisman of Preservation. That's going to give him a 5-up ward save. And he's going to give the Drakeblood curses, so we're going to have this one over here, the orange one with Felgaze, and our green one with Jutting Bones. Then got a sorceress. She's going to have the spell Vitriolic Spray, and then we've got 2 units of 20 Blackout Corsairs and 2 of the Scourge Runner Chariots rounding us out, and we're also going to have a Triumph for Inspired for +1 to wound once per game. Our grand strategy at the end of the game is as well going to be Hold the Line, because everything bar our characters is battle line inside. Our army is going to fit inside a single battle regiment, and then it's also going to have one of the Charybdis outside as well, because we've got more than 5 units. Before the game begins, we'd like to give a shout out to, first of all, Mithras Games, who provides us with our battle mats for our battle reports. You can find a link in the description of the video to their website. And also give a shout out to Terrainheim, who provided us with this fantastic battle tracker. It has everything for victory points, command points, faction points for your summoning and all that. It's got all your battle tactics here, things like finest hour and heroic leadership markings. What's great is this is all magnetic, so it all can get compacted nicely together as well. And then you flip this one over, put it back, and it folds up and keeps all nice and safe so nothing falls out. Alrighty, so deployment is all done. For the Cities of Sigmar, we've got our 20 Combat Corsairs with our General and his Adjutant. Obviously, they're the Honoured Retinue down there. We've then got the Charybdis with Felgaze behind them. The 2 of our Scourge Runner Chariots in the centre here. We've then got the Charybdis with the Jutting Bones and the Shooting Corsairs on this flank. On the opposite side, we've got the Herdstone with the Bray Shaman and the Ungors ready to be sacrificed upon it. They've got 3 Dragon Ogres on that flank, the Jabberslayer in the centre atop the Chaos Shrine, and on the other side, the 20 Ungor Raiders, Dragon Ogre Shaggoth, and another unit of Dragon Ogres. So, before we get anything started, we're going to do the pre-game movement for the Ungor Raiders, and then we'll come back after that. Alright, so pre-game movement is done for the Ungor Raiders. Beasts of Chaos finished deploying first, so they're going to get to choose who has the first turn, so they've elected to go first. So, Beasts of Chaos, turn 1. Alright, so start of the Beasts of Chaos turn. We're going to go with our battle tactic first. Alrighty, so battle tactic for the turn is Ferocious Advance. Pick the Shaggoth, Dragon Ogres, and the Jabberslayer. And then we're going to go into generating some summoning points, some Primal Fury points. So he gets 1, and then he's going to sacrifice D3 of his Ungor. For one of them dies for an extra couple of points. Well, an extra point, so 2. And then we're going to go into Magic. Alrighty, so heroic actions. Blackout Fleetmaster generating command point 4+. He does. And who's generating your command point? The Shaggoth on a 4+. Does as well. And then into spells, the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth is going to attempt Summon Lightning. Does not go off. And the Great Brave Shaman will attempt Mystic Shield. Doesn't go off either. No magic for the turn. So with that, that's it for the hero phase. So on to movement, and we'll come back after all of it's done. Alright, so end of the movement phase. Ungol Raiders have just moved up, so they've all got line of sight to the Corsairs. Shaggoth, Jabaslayer, Dragon Ogres are all just piling near each other to ensure he gets his battle tactic. And on the other side, Dragon Ogres have moved up, and the Shaman and the Ungors have just moved up in front of the shrine, the Herdstone, this turn. Time to go into some shooting. Alright, so the Ungol Raiders are going to shoot the Blackout Corsairs. They need 4s to hit, but they've got 20 models, so this means they get reroll 1s to hit. So go for it. 4s, re-rolling those 1s. Just those 2 to re-roll. One more. And then 4s to wounds. And so we get +1 to save thanks to our Drake Scale Cloaks. So we've got a 4+ save. Oh wow, 5 drop. Ouch. Right, so charge phase, the Jabaslayer is going to try. He needs a 10 to make his charge. You got a 9, so that fails just. Do you wish to use a command point to try and re-roll that?
No.
No. Cool. No more charges then?
No, no more.
Cool. With that, that's going to be the end of the turn. So victory points, you're going to control more objectives than me, so you're going to get the 1 point this turn. And then you've also got your battle tactics, so you're going to get 3, which is the maximum for the first turn. And then end of the turn, going to Battle Shock as well. Heroic Leadership, going to make them immune to Battle Shock. Alrighty, so first of all, my battle tactic for the turn. What are we going to do? We're going to go with destroy a battle line unit. So we're going to go break them, and we're going to try and destroy the Ungol Raiders this turn. And then heroic actions, we're going to go with, he's going to try and generate a command point on a 4+. He does, so he's got heroic leadership. Which one of your heroes is using heroic?
Shaggoth.
Shaggoth, yep, 4+. Nope. Does not. And then my adjutant will give me a free command point on a 4+. Which she does, so I go up to 4 this turn. Magic, she's going to try and cast Mystic Shield. We'll put that on the unit here. 3, that fails to cast. That's it for my magic, so we're going to go into movement, and we'll come back after all of it's done. Actually, before we go into movement, we're going to use a command point, and we're going to use a rally. So we're going to go down to 3 command points. And I'm going to roll the dice for every dead one of my Corsairs, so the 5 that he killed, and on a 6 up, we get 1 back. Get 1 model back. Alrighty, so movement is all done. So the Corsairs have moved up along with the Charybdis, the heroes, and all that over this side. We've got the Charybdis moving across the table, and then we've got our unit of shooty Corsairs moving up as well. They'll become connected. And then we've got our other chariot on this side. So time to go into some shooting. Right, so we're going to start with this chariot into the Ungors. First of all, it's going to need 5 to hit with its crossbows. Nothing. And then 3s to hit with its Ravager harpoons. 2 hits. 2 wounds. These are -1. So 2d3 damage then. For 3. Now, 3 6-up ward saves. Nope, failed them all, so 3 Ungol Raiders die. Alrighty, so the Corsairs are going to shoot the Dragon Ogres. We're going to use all-out attack for a command point here.
I'll use all-out.
Alright, so Corsairs here are going to shoot the Dragon Ogres. He's going to use all-out defense. We're getting +1 to hit naturally, so we're going to be hitting on 4s. And wounding on 4s. And then 3-up saves for the Dragon Ogres. So 1, 2, 3, 4 wounds on them. And then the chariot's going to shoot them as well. So 4 shots, 5s to hit. Nothing. Ravager Harpoons, 3s to hit, 1 hit, and then a 3 to wound. Wounds, -1, so this is going to negate your all-out defense, so a 4+ save. Saved. Alright, so that's it for shooting. Time to charge. Corsairs are going to charge first. So let's see what we can get. 6, 7. That's going to be good enough. Then we're going to quick with the lash, the Charybdis. So we're going to be able to charge on 3d6. Pick the 2 highest. Going to charge as well. It's going to be a 6. Will that see us in? That will. So going to charge. And what the heck? We'll try with the Fleetmaster as well. He's going to need a big charge. 6. We'll spend one of those command points because we don't have many. We've got heaps and we don't have anywhere to use them. So we'll re-roll his charge. 4. That's not going to make it. So last ditch charge, we'll charge the Sorceress in. 6 as well. That's not going to make it. So that is that. Alrighty, so end of the charge phase. Charybdis is going to use its monstrous reaction. 2+ for D3 mortal wounds. Does so. 2 dead Ungor Raiders. And then start of the combat phase. Our hero here is going to use At Them You Curs on the Blackout Corsairs, giving them +1 attack to all their weapon profiles. Alright, so the Corsairs are going to attack first. Their first weapon, first of all, hits on 3s. And wounds on 4s. And then their secondary weapon, they have 3s to hit again. And 5s to wound. And so 6 up saves for the Ungor Raiders. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means 14 are going to die. Alrighty, so the one Ungor Raider is going to attack back. What's he going to go into? The unit or the Charybdis?
The Charybdis.
He's going to be a big man and go into the Charybdis. No worries. So 1 attack, 5s and 5s.
Damn.
He missed. The Charybdis is going to attack him. Surprise, surprise. I'm going to use my final command point for the turn and give all out attack. So 3s to hit with my jaws. And anything here, 3s kills. He's dead. And so that's the end. I'm going to complete my battle tactic because I wiped out the Raiders. And I don't control more, so I'm just going to get the 2 points for the turn. Going into priority for turn 2. So cities, got a 4. Beasts, got a 6. Taking the turn?
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty, so Beast of Chaos battle tactic has chosen Conquer. They're going to try and grab this objective. And then we're going to go into heroic actions. I'm going to try and generate a command point with my general here.
I will as well.
Neither of us do. And then... Alrighty, so summoning wise, you generate 1 point and then you sacrifice D3 of your Ungor for 1 more, so 2. So you're going to have 4 summoning points. Are you going to use a command point for the Allherd's command ability to gain another summoning point?
Yes.
Yep, so you're going to use 1 of your command points, taking you down to 1. But you're going to generate 3 summoning points this turn, so you're going to go up to 5. Alrighty, and so magic. First of all, we're going to start with the Shaggoth. So Shaggoth is going to go summon lightning on the dragon unit in front of him, so go for it. 2, 6, 8 casts. I'm going to try and dispel with my sorceress. 6, so nope, goes off. So that's cool. And then we've got your Great Bray Shaman who's going to try Mystic Shield. Goes off on 11, nothing I can do, so Mystic Shield on the other unit of Dragon Ogres. That's it for the hero phase, so go into movement and we'll come back after all of it is done. Alrighty, so movement's all done. The Dragon Ogres here have moved across to keep control of the objective. And then we've had the Javaslai, Dragon Ogres and Shaggoth all start coming through the forest. With that said, it's time for some shooting. The Javaslai is going to get to shoot. So the Javaslai is going to put his shots into the Charybdis here. So 3 attacks, 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. Nothing. With that, it's time for some charges.
So,
Alright, so Dragon Ogre's charging first. That's a 10, that's going to be useful.
they got sticky.
Shaggoth is going to charge as well after the Dragon Ogres. 9, sweet. And then the Jabberslayer last. With a 10 as well. Don't think it needed that. Oh, actually, that could be useful. Alrighty, so that is the end of charges. Jabberslayer rolled enough that it could jump over. I'm going to use my Monstrous Rampage, as are you with your Shaggoth. I'm going to elect to give Titanic Duel to my Charybdis onto your Shaggoth. So he's going to get +1 to hit.
And roar.
And you're going to roar. Cool. What's he going to roar at?
The Charybdis?
Yep, so he can't receive any command abilities on a 3+. So no worries, can't use command abilities on him. Alright, so the Shaggoth is going to attack first. First of all, his Storm Roar Axe into the Charybdis. 3 attacks, 3s to hit. All hit.
And then 3 to wound.
Oh, ouch. And then he's got the rest of his weapons. So he's got the...
Sweeping tail.
Yep. So D3 attacks for 3.
And then hitting on force.
He's not doing well.
And then wounding on 3s.
You got 1 through. Rend?
No.
No. So failed it. Take a 4. So I take a wound. And then your last attack. The Talon Forelimbs, 2 attacks, hitting on 3s.
And then wounding on 3s. And then that's what Ren won.
Sure. So 2 5+ saves. Saved 1, so he takes 2 wounds in total. Alright, I'm going to activate the Chariot into the Dragon Ogres. So Chariot, 2 attacks from the Riders, hit on 4s. Wound on 4s, 1 armor save on your Dragon Ogres, 4+. Saved, and then 4 attacks from the Horses. Hitting on 4s, wounding on 5s. 1 wound. Take a wound. Alrighty, so the Dragon Ogres, we're going to have 1 of them into the Charybdis, and then 2 into the Chariot. Alright, so Draconic Crusher, first of all, into the Chariot.
Hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 3s.
No, you didn't get rerolls, did you? Did you get his spell off? No.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah, so it doesn't matter, you're wounded anyway. No rend on this one, so 5 up. Failed both. Damage 2, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that's 4 wounds so far on the Chariot. And then we've got his 2 Talon Forelimbs. Or we've got 4 Talon Forelimbs into the Chariot.
Hitting on 4s. And then wounding on 4s. No.
Nothing. And then you've got 1 Glaive into the Chariot as well.
Hitting on 3s.
Nothing. Wow.
Jeez.
And then you've got this guy, 1 Glaive into the Charybdis.
Hitting on 3, sorry.
All hit. And wounding
on 3s.
3 wounds. So Charybdis, -1, these ones are from the Glaive. So +1, failed 2.
This is 1 attack.
So takes 2, he's on 4. And then 2 Forelimbs into the Charybdis as well.
Hitting on 4s. And then wounding on 4s.
1 arm save. Saved. Alright, so we're going to attack with the Fleetmaster into the Dragon Ogre's Blackout Cutlass, 3s to hit. All hit. And then 4s to wound. 2 wounds on the Dragon Ogres. Take 2 so far from the Fleetmaster. And then he's got 2 attacks with his Murder Hook for 4s. And a 3 to wound with the Murder Hook. Another one, -1. Saved. So the Jabberslayer is going to go into the Chariot. Vorpal Claws, 3s to hit.
2 hits.
And 3s to wound. 1. Rend 2, yeah?
Yeah.
It just ignores my armor damage.
Sorry. Just 1.
Cool. So he takes a wound. He's got 1 left.
And then
Spike tail.
Hitting on 4s.
Hits.
And then wounding on 2s.
Wounds. Rend.
Rend 2.
Go straight through it and it's going to kill the chariot regardless of what you do. Then it's just my stuff left to go now. So the sorceress is going to attack the dragon ogres. Forced to hit. Misses. And then we'll go to the Charybdis next. So the Charybdis into the dragon ogre Shaggoth then. +1 to hit. So he's 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. 2 into the Shaggoth at -1. Takes 2 damage so far. And then D6 attacks with my spike tail for 6. These are going to hit on 3s. All hit. And then wound on 4s. Wow, 5 wounds. So they're just at your base armor.
4.
Yep. Take another 2. And then the clawed forelimbs, 2s to hit. Oh, they all hit, sorry. 2s to hit. And 3s to wound. 1 at -1. Saved. And then the handlers, 4s to hit. And 4s to wound. Nothing. Alrighty, so the Corsair is going to go into the Shaggoth. So, first of all, our first weapons. 3s to hit. And 4s to wound. And then our secondary weapon, 3s to hit. And 5s to wound. So he's going to choose to use all-out defense now because he's only got a few wounds left on the Shaggoth.
I got 6.
So 3+ save. Takes 3. Ouch. Alrighty, so heroic actions for the turn. First of all, actually, Slay the Warlord is going to be my tactic. So Dragon Ogre Shaggoth needs to die. He's then chosen to use his finest hour, and I'm going to use... Ooh, what am I going to use? I'm going to try and generate a command point on a 4+, which I do. So I've got heroic leadership on my general, and then my adjutant will give me another command point as well. She does not. She's then going to try and cast Word of... No, she's going to try and cast Vitriolic Spray on the Dragon Ogres. She does not. Dang it. And that'll be it for my hero phase, so on to movement. Alright, so movement phase. The Charybdis and the Corsairs have moved across. Chariot's moved up, claimed his backfield objective. And now we're ready for the shooting phase. So we're going to go all-out attack on this unit here, and actually no, they don't need to. They already get +1 to hit. Keep doing that. Anyway, so they're hitting on 4s. And 4s to wounds. Then 4 up save, actually 3 up save, because you got Mystic Shield on them, so 3 up save. Take 1, so it's just going to kill the dude. It's got 1 wound left. And then the chariot will shoot them as well. So its crossbow hitting on 5s, 2 hits, and 4s to wounds, no wounds. Ravager harpoons from it into the Dragon Ogres. Both hit. 1 wound, so 1 at -1 on your Dragon Ogres, so your base 4 up, saved. And that's it for shooting. So on to charges. Charybdis is going to charge into the Dragon Ogres. Goes at 11, so he's in. And that will be that for charges. So time for some combat. Monster reactions. That Charybdis is going to stomp on the Dragon Ogres. He does D3 mortal wounds to him. For 3 mortal wounds to the Dragon Ogres there. And then my other Charybdis will elect to Titanic Jewel your Shaggoth. And then the Shaggoth is going to stomp, so a 2+. And he does D3 mortal wounds to the unit of Corsairs. Yep, D3 mortal wounds to the Corsairs. For 1 on a 6 up, I'm going to ignore it for Mystical. No. Start of the combat phase, I'm going to give +1 attack with Aptemu Curse on the Charybdis. And then he's going to attack the Dragon Ogre Shaggoth. So the Charybdis, 5 attacks. He's going to need 3s to hit. And 3s to wound. That is 4 saves on the Shaggoth at -1. Fails 1, so he's going to take 2 6-up wards on them. Takes 1 more, so he's got 2 left. D6 attacks with the tail for 3. +1, so 4. Hitting on 3s. Wounding on 4s. 2 regular armor saves. 1 fails, so a 6-up ward on the one that failed. Nope, so he takes another. He's got 1 left. Charybdis, clawed forelimbs. 2s to hit. 3s to wound. 1 at -1. So, fails. 6-up ward or he's dead. Dead. Alright, so first of all, Dragon Ogres, we're going to do their raking forelimbs first.
Hitting on 4s.
1 hit.
And then wounding on 4s.
1, so 4-up save. Nope, take a wound.
Yep.
6-up ward, thanks to the mystical. Nope.
And then Draconic Crusher.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s. And then wounding on 3s.
1, no rend on this, so 4-up. Nope, damage 2.
2, yep.
So 6-up wards, saved 1, so I've taken 2 so far.
And then
The glaive.
The glaive. Hitting on 3s.
All hit.
Better. And then wounding on 3s.
Nice. 4 armor saves at -1, so these are 5-ups. Passed 1, and then 6-up wards. Next to mystical. No, so it takes 3, so I took 5 in total. Alright, Corsairs have piled in, so their first weapon, 3s to hit. 1 missed. And then 4s to wound. That is 4 so far. And then their secondary weapon, 3s to hit. All hit. And 5 to wound. So 1, 2 more. So that's 6 armor saves all day. On your base. So 4 plus.
4.
So take 3. So that's going to be enough to kill 1 Dragon Ogre. And then the Dragon Ogres are going to pile back into the Corsairs. So the clawed forelimbs to start with.
Yep. Hitting on 4s. And wounding on 4. Nope.
Nope.
The Draconic Crusher.
Yep.
Hitting on 3s.
You're rolling today, boy.
Hitting on 3.
Got 1 at least. Nope. So 2 6-up wards. Nope. So 2 die.
Yep. And then Draconic Warglaive.
Yep.
Which is 4 attacks. Hitting on 3s. And then winning on 3s. And then you got Ren 1.
Cool. So these are 6-up saves then.
Yep.
And then a 6-up ward after. So 6-up save. Save 2. 6-up ward. So 3 die. Then I've just got my combats left, so the Blackout Fleetmaster, we'll go with him next. And 3 attacks with his Blackout Cutlass. That's a 6, so that gives me an extra hit. And then 4s, 1 wound on your Dragon Ogres. So 1 armor save. Nope, fails, so a wound on those. And then he's got his Murder Hook, the coolest named weapon in all of Age of Sigmar. Misses with both though. Doesn't murder that much. Sorceress going next, 4 to hit. Misses. Then the Charybdis over here going with 4 attacks, hitting on 4s. Misses completely. 2 attacks with its clawed forelimbs. Both hit. And 3s to wound. 1 at -1 on those Dragon Ogres. And so that will fail.
Die with 6-up.
And then a 6-up ward. Saved. D6 attacks from the tail for 2. 4s to hit. And 4s to wound. 1 armor save. And then a 6-up ward. Nope. And then 2 attacks from the handlers, 4s. And 4s, nothing. So just 1 damage from that Charybdis. Battle Shock phase, I'm just going to automatically pass with my Heroic Leadership on them. And you've got a couple of Battle Shocks to do as well. Alright, so both Dragon Ogre units are having to take Battle Shock. They only lose a model on a 6. So, on a 6, 1 Dragon Ogre disappears from that unit. On a 6, 1 Dragon Ogre disappears from this unit. No, they're fine. Well, this is going to be a high scoring turn. So for starters, I've got 1 point over here for controlling 1. I then slayed the Warlord for my battle tactic for 2, did it with a monster for another point, and then also killed a monster this turn. So that takes me up to 5. I then also do control more as well, so I'm going to get the extra point for the 6 as well for the turn. Yeah, give me 6 victory points for the turn. Alrighty, so going to go into priority for the turn. Cities. Got a 3. Got a 1 for beasts. Cities are going to take the double. This could be painful for the Beasts of Chaos. Alrighty, so battle tactic for the turn. We're going to choose aggressive expansion. Because we already control 2 objectives outside my territory, so it's going to be an auto get, really. With that said, heroic actions for the turn. We're going to go with generating a command point. Or, you know what? Nah, screw it. We're going to use the finest hour on my Fleetmaster. Just because I can. And then what are you going to do? Try and generate a command point on a 4+? 2+, because your general is dead. So 2+, you get 1. Cool. So he's got heroic leadership back there. And what good it'll do him, I don't know. Magic. Sorceress. She's going to attempt to cast Vitriolic Spray again. Fails again. Dang it. That's it for our hero phase. We're going to go into movement and we'll come back after all of it's done. Alrighty, so that's movement. We're going to shoot that shaman in the face. So let's start by shooting that shaman in the face. So we're going to start with our Ravager Harpoon, hitting on 4s because you are -1 to hit due to lookout, sir. D3 mortal wounds straight up. For 3, so he's got 2 wounds left. Come on. 6s to hit. No, we missed. So he's got 2 wounds left. Alrighty, so now the Corsair is going to shoot the Dragon Ogre. We're going to give ourselves all-out attack. We don't need to. I always keep doing that. Keep freaking doing that. Don't need all-out attack. Hit on 3s anyway. And then 4s to wounds. Armor saves on the Dragon Ogre. So 4+. 3+ actually, so he takes 4 wounds. And then charges. We're going to charge with the chariot. We're in.
Did you say 4? Did you say 4?
Yeah. We're going to attack with the chariot first. Riders. Both miss. Come on, we're going to kick him to death with horses. 2 wounds. 2 6-ups. He gets kicked in. And I think we can quite clearly call it. With your shaman dead, these fights aren't going to go your way. You've not got enough here to turn that tide. And he no longer can summon. So I think we can call this one with a double turn. Cities have just run rampant on the Beasts of Chaos, this one. And good game, man. That one was a bit rough, but it was good fun. All done, poor Beasts of Chaos. Well, thank you all for watching the video. We hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Also, while you're at it, if you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our fine little community here, you can do so by following the link in the description of the video to our Discord server. And if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so either on Patreon or YouTube members, both of which are linked in the description of the video, as is a link to our Teespring store where you can purchase some merch to help support the channel as well. We'd like to give a shout out to everyone who does help support the channel via Patreon and YouTube members. So a special thanks to all our Patreons: Christian Weir, James Soren, Chaos Spawn, AJC, Kenny Lyle, Outer and Shot First, James Crowder, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, Tim Newman, The Rising Ape, Cure Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, MJ, and Dynet226. And thank you again to all our YouTube members: Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Steve T, The Real Zeop, Chris Wallace, Turai12, Vinny, Locke Lorick, Matt Mollim, Becca Kinski Groupie, and the Johnny84. I'd also like to give a special shout out to Lady Witchfox Art, who does all the fantastic art for the channel, and to Xmorphic, who does a fantastic job at helping run and do all the background work for our Discord server. Once again, everyone, thank you all for watching. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.